journey to meet expectations is never a steady trajectory.
Nothing more on my mind. I got to shine, so every day I grind.
The Pelicans are starting to find their way forward with a full complement of their young stars plotting their ascent.
On cue! Right hand throwdown! Thank you, Zion!
Ingram with the X's all over the place.
We're taking over. Know what I mean?
To this point, Golden State season has not gone according to plan. And while they search for the right balance, they know they can rely on Steph's brilliance.
The one and only Stephen Curry.
Curry goes! Steph ready to put everybody to bed.
Yes, sir!
On their path to becoming the Warriors they've come to expect.
Pelicans and Warriors, an NBA Wednesday presented by Wingstop. Here in the gorgeous Bay Area, as we said, boy, it was raining all day, but a beautiful night. Maybe that's a good sign for what's ahead in this matchup between the Warriors and the Pelicans. The Chase Center packed once again as we look at our starting lineups delivered by Taco Bell. And mentioned for New Orleans, their holes. Zion Williamson missed the last game, but he's in the starting lineup with the usual 5 for Willie Green. And the Pelicans, meanwhile, always changes for Golden State all season. Brandon Podziemski, the impressive rookie from Santa Clara, getting his 9th start. Of course, Curry, Thompson, Looney, the regulars, and Jonathan Kuminga once again in the starting lineup. As we heard at the top of the telecast, from Cassidy Huffman to open up an 11-point lead. Golden State Warriors come into this game 12th in the West. Again, 2 games under 500. So many different rotations and starting lineups. But there's been a lot of close games. 28 of them have gone down to the final 5 minutes. The good news is Draymond Green's going to return. The bad news is they had a terrible start against Toronto the other night. And Steve Kerr said we got punched in the mouth. I don't know if they got punched in the mouth right, but they got smacked upside their head in the first 3 minutes. 7 turnovers already and a 14-point deficit for Golden State.
Self-inflicted wounds. This one mind-boggling. You're almost tossing it right to Larry Nance, not known as a high steals guy. Very good defender, but then you open up a window to yet another 3.
New Orleans Pelicans now 7 games over 500. Had an uneven start, but played very well. They got healthy, missed a couple of key guys early on, including C.J. McCollum being out 12 games with a collapsed lung. But McCollum is in rhythm. Zion Williamson playing most nights, and Brandon Ingram playing some excellent all-around basketball as well. This State scored 46 in the opening 12 minutes. Great offense by New Orleans and struggling defense for Steve Kerr's Golden State Warriors. 1 quarter complete. The crowd is silent. The home team's down 19.
Nice.
3 assists from McCollum. Friday ESPN NBA doubleheader. First at 7:30, Kings and Sixers. And then at 10, Pelicans will be in Denver against the Nuggets. Coverage begins with NBA Countdown at 7. So the Pelicans, this is the second game of a 5-game for the Warriors, is 25. They connect on that 3 with 6.5 to go here in the second.
So guarding Stephen Curry requires an entire team, and it requires multiple efforts. What you're going to see is people lock and trail, trying to push him into another defender. He's going to get loose eventually because he's relentless with his movement. You're trying to make it as tough as possible. Challenge when you can. Good little jump out there by Herb Jones. The length bomb display that Doc's been talking about. You're going to get one to go eventually, and you hope that that triggers this Warriors team. It just feels like the weight of the world is on Steph Curry because of all the apps.
And the first half comes to an end. A disastrous start for the Warriors. They fell behind by 25, but they finished strong and cut the huge deficit to 13. Meanwhile, the Pelicans, 54% from the field, 13 three-pointers, great balance. as the Pelicans out hustling the Warriors early. New Orleans looking for their 7th straight road win. They lead by 13 here in San Francisco. Welcome back. It's an NBA Wednesday presented by Wingstop. All opposing coaches talk about the length of the New Orleans Pelicans. That was on full display. They built a 25-point lead in the first half, just completely dominating the Warriors, both ends of the floor. And good balance scoring as well. 20 assists in that first half for the Pelicans. As we look at our first half stats, brought to you by ESPN Bet. The assist, impressive. Overall, even Golden State, a good offensive first half, but they really struggled until late in the second quarter to hold the Pelicans at bay at the other end of the floor. And hello again, everyone, with Doc Rivers.
A little ticky-tack with the left hand, but nonetheless 2 quality plays.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. Willie Green's team's been in control much of the game. Can the Warriors come back?
Doris and Michael back in San Francisco, and the Pelicans are still doing it just with their three-point shooting. Doris and Mike, a lot of it has come out from transition buckets. You can see all these in transitions. The other thing is what Steve Kerr said at halftime is dribble penetration. The Pelicans keep getting in the paint, and that sucks in the defense, and it leads to another three.
They're just in such a good place right now in terms of being connected.
And offensive rebound over the course of his career.
Lead back up to 18.
Yeah, you can just see it. Like he lacks things athletically, but he's so strong. Keeps his hands on the ball. He sets the best picks, him and Steven Adams, in the league. So for this team, he fits them, and he's good. And I don't want to call it runs the floor, but he rumbles the floor. And when he does that, they score.
ESPN NBA doubleheader Friday. First game, Kings and Sixers from Philly. And then the Pelicans will continue their road trip against the Nuggets in Denver. Coverage begins with NBA Countdown at 7 Eastern. They've been traveling all around the country recently as they'll head to the fourth quarter. Up by 22. Jonas Valanciunas, 15 points in the third quarter. Hit all 7 of his shots. He's got 21. To lead all scorers. This presentation of NBA Wednesday continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
And I don't want to guard him below the free throw line if he's got a little head of steam going. Feels like he's starting to get a little more aggressive. He seems bouncier here in the fourth. Zion Williamson. My goodness, go downhill. Good night.
Seven from 3. Willie Green's going to call a timeout. Probably put some of the reserves in. They have 123 points and there's 7:55 remaining. The Pelicans mean business.
But I think it worked out for them.
We're going to take a timeout, guys. What? A tough night for the Warriors, but another terrific road win for these Pelicans. Final score 141-105. As New Orleans improves on the season to 23-15. And again, superb on the road with their 7th consecutive road win. So for our producer, Tim Corrigan, director Mike Schwab, our wonderful ABC crew, for Doris and Cassidy, Mike Breen saying thanks so much for watching here on ABC, home of the NBA Finals. The Pelicans pounce the Warriors here in San Francisco.